Hello and welcome to Jolly TV episode 3. I'm Sarah from In Jolly Good Company and today you find us at the top of Hambledon Hill. A bit later on we're going to talk to some friends about their time at the farm school in Wimborne St Giles. Also, our camera woman Kate meets a four-legged friend.
Back that way.
And now we're on our way to the village. We began by asking our friends what kind of animals they used to keep at the farm school back in the day.
Animal-wise, we had pigs.
Did pigs, yeah.
Did we have sheep?
Sure, I think we did, didn't we?
I don't know.
I'm not really
We
sure.
Did you have chickens as well?
Well, I don't know about
I
chicken.
can't remember chicken. We had bees. We used to, because I was the chairman of the bee club once, and we used to extract the honey and go in the little classroom round the corner there, and get the honey out of the
Those
with the
things, yeah.
proper thing that you use to extract the honey from, and then they strain it and put it into jars, and yeah.
And were you allowed to take the honey home?
I've never seen any. Never seen any, not to notice, no.
Oh, that's a shame.
And another thing that you wouldn't be allowed to grow now was tobacco. Mr. Krause used to smoke a pipe, so he used to grow his own tobacco plants, and we used to have, can you remember?
Yeah, I can remember.
We used to have to pick the leaves and we used to dry them and hang them in the rectory shed to dry, and then when they were drier he thought they were good enough to smoke. We used to roll them up in a hard, like a cigar, and then you had a little machine that you wound with a razor blade on, which is another thing you wouldn't be allowed to use now with health and safety, and make tobacco out of them.
It's
For his
incredible.
pipe. That some of it used to come home with us, and we used to roll it up in a bit of paper and smoke it.
They were very different times, weren't they?
All the things that we
That's
used to do then and
incredible.
not
Incredible.
now. Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Quash, he was so strict, wasn't he? And the ruler would come out and, oh, gold, yeah. That was...
Yes.
Yeah.
But we used to, boys, it was a very outside school, like for doing things outside, I mean.
And I mean, we used to go across the road on the green there. That was where we crossed over for at playtime. We used to all be out on there.
Phyllis, who's sitting on the left, told us that the girls used to grow flowers and the boys were in charge of the vegetables.
The vegetables, what we grew in the plots, we used to grow potatoes, carrots, beetroot, all that sort of thing. And whether it went for the school dinners, because they were done at Cranbourne, I think, and bought
Possibly it did.
here, back here in big urns or whatever you'd like to call them, to the village hall
Yeah.
for us to have.
Is that where you had your lunch at the hall?
Yeah.
And what happened to the peelings and any of the waste?
All the leavings off of the school dinners, what the kids didn't eat, was put into this big bath. It's like a tin bath with a handle each end. And me and another kid who used to take it up and feed the pigs.
What a lovely conversation this is. They were telling us about a really interesting local character who was not only the postman but also the DJ at the village hall.
And do you remember, did you have Archie Owen playing his
music
and that? Yeah.
He was the local postman. He used to deliver the mail on his bicycle.
Yeah.
All around the village and even up to Moncton. And he was our little discotheque man.
Yeah, he used to
play the music in the village hall.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, and he lived in a little hut going up over Bailey's Hill in a little green tin shed, didn't he? I don't think he was ever married. I think he was.
I don't think he ever.
No.
He didn't manage to entice anyone to live in the tin hut with him.
No, no.
What a shame.
He was.
And I know you two, Brian and Carol, are due to celebrate a very big wedding anniversary, aren't you, Sid?
Yeah.
In April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many years is that?
50.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got married in the church here, and our wedding reception was at the village hall. Our 25th anniversary was at the village hall, and our dreams was to have a golden one there, but COVID stopped that.
Yeah.
Brian and Carol, who's sitting on the right, are married. We thought we'd show you these lovely pictures of them to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary, Brian and Carol. Well, thank you. That was just such an interesting chat. Really fascinating. I've learnt so much today that I didn't know about St Giles. And now we're off to see Margaret, who's going to tell us her own memories about being at the farm school. I love coming to visit you, but today I really wanted to ask you about the farm school because I've spoken to Brian and Phyllis and Carol and they told me a little bit about it, but we really wanted to get your take on it as well. Can you tell us a little bit about it? What sort of animals did they have there?
They had, obviously they had Sissy the cow, and they had some sheep as well. Yeah, and when they sheared the sheep, all the fleece was taken down to the school, where us girls, we had to card the, you know what I mean carding, the fleece, of the wool off the fleece, and to get all the bits and pieces out. And we also done the spinning down there. We dyed the wool, and then we sort of knitted various things, you know, made the wool and various things, and done some knitting and all sorts. That's where we learnt our knitting.
Yeah,
at the
that
school.
sounds like a great process to be involved in.
It was, yeah.
So roughly how much of the day was sort of normal lessons like maths and English, and how much of the day was
Very little.
very little? But it sounds more fun doing
It was
the
fun.
practical
It was
stuff.
more fun then when we were at school than what it is now.
Yeah. I think some schools are trying to go back to that a bit more and incorporate some of what you're saying.
Yes.
Although I think when they watch this, they'll be amazed at all the things you did.
Yeah.
Brian told us an amazing story about Mr. Quelch getting the kids to grow tobacco plants for him.
Yes,
Did you know about this?
Because he was a smoker.
And he said that they dried the leaves in
Yeah.
the rectory barn,
Yeah.
and then they had a special machine where they chopped them all up and made tobacco for the headmaster.
Yeah, it was nothing to see him walking around with a pipe or something.
Yeah.
in his...
And are there any of the skills that you still use today?
Well, knitting and all that sort of thing, you know.
Because you've taught the children to knit, haven't you? At our Jolly Days, some of the school children came in.
No, that was the other Margaret. She was showed them how to cast the stitches on and whatever. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and I think they really loved that, but you know, but otherwise,
We'll get back to it.
Yeah, get back.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah.
And now to finish this episode, we're going to head back up to Hambledon Hill with Kate, while she enjoys the view before climbing up a very steep slope.
What do you think? Should we go up this bit or on the easy path? fancy this bit. Hey, wait a minute, look at this caterpillar. Wow. He's sleeping in the sun, don't blame you. Oh, he stepped on you. Oh, that was definitely worth it. Ooh.
Thank you so much for watching. That's the end of episode 3, but I will see you at episode 4, and we're going to be here at Knowlton, which is a very exciting place. We're going to be meeting a new friend called Michael on his Royal Enfield motorcycle, and he'll give us a tour of Knowlton.
There's not that many sites that have such a mix of different things going on in one place.